In just a few days, this company, Kurtz Bros, will be 119 years old. This is their current office location, and the office staff is located here, as well as the plant to the far left there, which still produces paper products. That was a staple for many, many years, this company. It probably still is. They take rolls of paper and convert it into tablets and composition books, things like that. Over there, that red building to the right, I think they used to call that the tomato soup building. I actually forget what they did with it. So this is not the original building. I'm going to go around and photograph a little, or video a little of the original building of Kurtz Bros. Across the street, this is the garage. I took a car out of there many a days and had to bring it back that evening. So we're now on 2nd Street, and this is a building which I believe, I should have checked my 100th anniversary book that Robert Kurtz Jr. I believe this was the original location, but if not, I know it was a Kurtz stationery store for many, many years. So I wanted to get a little bit of video of this. And just recently, on the bottom level, we had a Main One buffet move in. So it's in between Gym Sports and the Republican headquarters right there. So now we're out on 322 headed out of town, and this is the Kurtz Brothers Goldenrod warehouse. At one time, the building was just this building right here, this area right here, and then I think it was the 80s that the addition that you're looking at now to the left was added. And really this was a last minute thought for me to do this. I should have reviewed my anniversary book before I came today. But I can tell you that the founder of the company was Charles T. Kurtz in 1894. So they are starting their 120th year in business, which is quite a feat, considering all the things that have happened in this industry over the last 20 years. And Mr. Kurtz used to give out pencils when the kids took tours of the building. And I got one of those pencils. I remember that man's face. So I've met every president, the founder, and every president of this company. It's a good place to work. I'm not sure it was where I was supposed to be, but it's where I ended up for a long time. Now I'm going to take somewhere else. So behind the warehouse here, at one time, a good portion of our deliveries to schools were made by the KB truck. And they had a fleet of tractor trailers. This is one of them that's still left. But what happened was, it just got too competitive, and it ended up, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or so, that they had to go to common carriers for most of the deliveries, if not all now. Kind of sad, because the truck drivers are so well liked. They went above and beyond what common carriers did at the schools, and the schools appreciated that. But you have to remain competitive, so changes had to be made. This is the loading area for the 4th and Reed Street location. You can see an old Chevy in there, and one of the smaller KB trucks for furniture they purchased. There was a woman, the first woman sales representative they ever had, that used to have a car. In fact, she used it for 16 years. like that Chevy, that old big old Chevy in there. She'd pull into here and load those heavy, heavy catalogs. Tons of them each season. Even in her high heels. Sometimes I think that one was a fool. Well, not a fool, but maybe a little foolish at times. So, right here at the 4th and Reed Street area building, there's a flag that waves, and there's also a sign. I'm going to read it. Kurtz Brothers. In 1894, Charles T. Kurtz, 1874 to 1956, started Kurtz Brothers. He bought this site, the former Clearfield Fire Brick Company, in 1910 for his school supply and printing business. Headquartered in Clearfield, the company greatly expanded and has operated more than 100 years under the Kurtz family. It is known across the U.S. The Kurtz family philanthropy in the community has continued through the years. Erected in 2004 by the Clearfield Heritage Foundation. Today is June 18th, and I just returned from the second Music in the Garden presented at the Presbyterian Church here in Clearfield, and I saw Mr. and Mrs. Kurtz there, and I asked if I could post what I made last week. I explained that I do this for fun, for enjoyment in my retirement years, and Mr. Kurtz said sure. So I am going to post it today. And also, I am very grateful for the almost 44 years I had with Kurtz Brothers. I was very lucky. So thank you very much, Mr. Charles T. Kurtz, for starting that company.